Hi Sagittarius! Welcome to your January 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. Hope you're all doing well. I know that your season is over and we're now in Capricorn season, but to be honest, with Jupiter in your sign, it's not as if you're losing the attention. Not cosmically speaking, no. You are still in your glory days. Luck is still on your side, but it would be worth giving that bit extra attention to the earth signs in your life in January and not demanding so much of the spotlight, because they need the fire signs at the beginning of the month to kind of keep them going, and then the pendulum is going to shift. It's going to swing in the opposite direction, and then you're going to need them. So Mars, I want to pinpoint as a point of focus for you, Sagittarius, this month, because Uranus is going direct in Aries, and Mars on the first day of January, the first day of 2019, enters Aries. And Aries, in my opinion, is as new as you can get. You know, to have Mars, the energy, the god of war, go into Aries, the warrior, on the first day of a new year. That is a new year. That is a new beginning. That is a new process. And for Uranus to go direct there too, it's just so fresh. It's like spring. And I typically am more into the astrological new year, which is in March when the sun goes into Aries, rather than New Year in December. But because of this Mars energy, there is a freshness, there is a crisp aspect to it. And for you, Sagittarius, Aries is all about the fun side of things, the romance. Just as I talk about romance here, we have a King of Swords. It can be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it can also represent a Capricorn. Can be someone who does not dwell on their feelings, who does not speak on their feelings, who does not care to analyze their own thoughts too much. But they will sure as hell analyze the thoughts of others. They're great detectives, great policemen. And funnily enough, Sagittarius, you're feeling a little bit private at the beginning of the month, even if you would prefer to have a bit more spotlight on you. Sagittarians do enjoy healthy attention from others. And from this perspective, Sagittarius, although you want attention, you want it in a certain kind of way. Maybe you want someone to sort of figure out what you're thinking without you having to be so direct. Or maybe you're scared to say what you're thinking. Maybe you're scared of putting your foot in it, because I know you have done recently. Knight of Swords, fast-moving energy, fast-paced. Could be the air sign again, but we also have Earth, a knight crossed by a knight, so there is a competition, there's a battle. Two people want the same thing, but they're going about it in very different ways. So your Knight of Swords character, he will just go all gung-ho, and he will tell you how wonderful his life is. He will tell you how great things are for him. He will tell you how well he's doing and how perfect everything is and how he's so successful and he's such successful friends. The Knight of Pentacles is different. He will let the physical aspects of his life speak for themselves. He will let his nice car, his nice shoes speak for themselves. He won't brag and he won't boast. And when he's going for something, he's quiet about it. This is your challenge. Whether or not you speak on it and talk about it and say how much you're doing and how often you're doing it, or you take the Knight of Pentacles approach and you're more quiet. The tortoise and the hare. Same objective, different approach. So if you're dealing with an air sign, I feel like they are talk, 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 and the earth signs are not really letting you in at the moment. They're a bit out of sorts, but it doesn't mean they're not still working towards something. They always have a plan in mind. Six of Swords, movement. There's the King again, King of Swords. A lot of you are dealing with an air sign that is very, very influential this month. If it's your energy, it's just telling us that you want to speak on your desires, but you also feel like you can't. Or you want to talk to somebody, but you feel like you can't. Could be an earth sign that you want to talk to, but there may have been movement and you may not be speaking. Okay, King of Wands. This is you crowning the reading, but don't forget, it can also be another person. It can be an Aries, a fellow Sagittarian, or a Leo person. The Leo eclipse at the end of the month, the 20th, 21st of January, during Aquarius season, which is for you, your communication. It's easier to talk towards the end of the month. It's also easier to make plans to move if that's what you're thinking towards the end of the month. Let the lunar eclipse in Leo pass before you speak everything that you want to say. Because how you're feeling now, as opposed to how you're feeling then, may be different. If you're typing up a resume or a CV, or you're posting things online to represent yourself, the way you're trying to represent yourself at the beginning of the month will be quite different towards the end. I think for you guys, you need to seek advice from the earth signs on this. Now, Temperance is your major arcana, Sagittarius. It is healing energy between water and fire. The emotions and the passions must unite in some way that is healing towards your greater cause. We have a lot of movement towards the end of the month, as I said. Ace of Swords, double-edged sword, precisely it. There is some kind of a polarity between who you are at the beginning and who you are at the end. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's the tortoise and the hare approach. 1 minute it's quick, quick, quick. The next you're like, slow down, it's too fast. So in terms of your relationships, they come into play in a big, big, big way, because we have 3 knights, a page, and 2 kings. A lot of people. That is a lot of people. If you're thinking about traveling or changing residence, I think you're going to do it. I do think it comes across because this Leo eclipse, Leo being your 9th house of travel and expansion and higher thinking, you know, university, college, spiritual awareness. But when I see the Knight of Wands, I think action and I think speed. I kind of think from the 12th of January onwards is when you start to notice a real energy shift around you. And it's kind of telling me that you may want to move. So if you do, Sagittarius, feel as if you're going to be making a move this year, I think you will. I think the pace at the beginning of the month isn't suiting you and you're being more abrupt about it because you want to see things move and you feel like, where's my Jupiter attention from everybody else? Why is everybody else so aloof? Why is everybody keeping me in the dark? Why is everybody shutting me out? Why is nobody getting my glory? Why is nobody responding to me? They will whenever the sun goes into Aquarius. On the, I believe, the 21st of January, people are going to respond to you so much you're going to be tired of it. Yeah, there's a discord between you and the air signs and the earth signs in your life. Discord between people that you've known a very, very long time who are treating you like competition, or everything is a competition, but that's actually, to be honest, Sagittarius, that's more in your head, because it's your Jupiter moment and you're wondering, why is everybody else so self-focused? Why does nobody want to share in my glory, my success? Things are going well for me. I have new ideas. I have things to talk about, and I feel like every time I mention it, people's eyes are glazing over. And they divert the topic onto something else. But your season has come and gone, so their energy's shifting to more Capricorn-ruled energies, and that's fine. But by the time we roll into Aquarius season, people are gonna be like, oh hey, I've been meaning to text you, or congrats on this, by that stage you've probably actually got a lot of stuff done that you needed to start. Those projects that you wanted to start, those applications that you wanted to fill out, you started. As I say, take your time, because the end of the month is more when you're coming across as you. You're moving on to something. You're moving on to pastures new. There's change. A lot of you are moving. There's definitely change. You're healing something within you that had long since frozen over. You're heating yourself through the frost. You're finding with temperance, when you look at the snow, right? And snow is so beautiful and magical and twinkly at first, and then it becomes a pest. There's two ways to get rid of it, really. It's funny because you can pour water on snow and it still disappears, or you can hold a match to it and it'll disappear. But with temperance, it's more to do with finding the middle ground. Temperance is oftentimes referred to as the balance because it looks like a balancing act, but is actually more a combination of two opposing elements. It's not necessarily trying to balance out in equal form. And the Five of Pentacles suggests, fives are never equal. So you're misusing one of the elements. It's either your fiery element or your emotional water side. Sagittarians quite oftentimes have Scorpio in them. And when the Scorpio comes out, you can often feel a bit spooked or challenged by it. I think you need to involve yourself in your passionate side, but also get in touch with your feelings while other people aren't necessarily around you so much and they're distracted with other things. Don't play into your annoyance. Don't talk so much about people that are frustrating you to others, because it is coming back to you. The more you're gossiping about others, the more they're gossiping about you. The Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant is your environment. So there could be a Taurus person that you're really, not seeing eye to eye with. You're feeling very backed into a corner by. And the Moon, you feel trapped by not knowing what's going on and not understanding so fundamentally what it is. But the Sun. The Sun. Some of you are physically moving to the Southern Hemisphere where it is summer. Or some of you are already there, I don't know. But the Sun is Leo. And with the lunar eclipse in Leo, I feel, for those of you that want to travel, it's a good idea. Book a trip. Book a year abroad. Travel is big for many of you. It's the answer for a lot of you, actually, if you're looking to find yourself, because there's a tightness in your chest when you think about how restricted you have felt lately. Even though Jupiter's in your sign, you are maybe feeling a little bit like others aren't quite getting you, and you want deeper connections, and you're thinking, maybe my people aren't here. Maybe the people that get me are on the other side of the world, or maybe I just need to go find myself and not need people. You might think, I feel like I need people and I want to see how I do on my own. stay neutral until Aquarius season. Because you don't know who's going to need you then. Or who you're going to need then. As I say, I feel as if the earth signs need you more than they're letting on. And then towards the end of the month, you might need them more than you're letting on. There's warmth coming towards you, even if you're temporarily feeling a bit shut out in the cold by people. Yep, travel, 8 of Wands, energy shift, Ace of Wands, a new adventure is on your mind. Knight of Cups in the past, Queen of Wands. She's come out with the King of Swords so much for me lately, I'm just wondering. Yep. Some of you are definitely traveling. This is amazing. Queen of Cups. Page of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so, yep. Don't make plans because you feel rejected. Just an FYI. Any little rejections that are small or temporary and preparing you for something bigger because you have bigger energy before you than you do currently. And with Jupiter, anything is possible. The world is success. The sun is happiness and abundance, carefree attitude. You may think you have a master plan devised and then you might change your mind. Because as I say, you don't know all the picture. If you're thinking of taking up and running away because you don't feel like you're getting enough attention, as I say, hold tight because people are still there for you in Aquarius season. Even if it doesn't feel that way now, even if you're focusing on your finances, even if you are doing really well and you discovered stuff and you're excited and you're enthusiastic and you're being met with, okay, stay strong. Leo is bringing a change in energy that you will like. You will like it a lot. And believe it or not, you may be so hyped up by the opportunities that you miss one or two. Stay alert. Stay present. Stay optimistic as you do so well. You may get an offer to travel and then you feel like somebody needs you, so you say no. There's a move coming up, Sagittarius, in your life in some way. Unconditional love. That came up for Gemini. Diana, focus, intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target and you will make your mark. Okay? So, don't... Because this is actually, you know, this is the archer. Look at her with her bow and arrow. How appropriate. I think it's a bow and arrow. Yeah, it is a bow and arrow. Very appropriate for you guys. You put your arrows out there. You put the feelers out there. But you need to be more patient with others. You may actually have upset somebody quite a bit in Sagittarius season, in your season, and they may be reeling from it and you're waiting for their forgiveness. They will forgive you. There is healing here after being out in the cold. When I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Focus on your inner peace and let them come back to you. Let the opportunities present themselves in the right time. It can feel slow when the sun goes into Capricorn. Mercury is there too, you know, going out of your sign on the 5th, and you suddenly feel like all you can talk about are the things that make you feel validated, like your money and your success. You could be that Knight of Swords person talking about how well they're doing, and the other people that are quietly confident aren't quite getting it. And the more they don't get it, the more lonely you're feeling. But it's temporary, it's short term, and the Knight of Wands and the Sun is promising you messages on your phone, calls, emails, excitement. In fact, this, you know, Mars being in your 5th house makes you a bit of a dynamo. And funnily enough, Sagittarius, it kind of... It kind of makes you confident enough to say no to an opportunity that looks good. If you're dealing with a water sign, you know, a Queen of Cups, who's really very, very giving, they might be giving you too much. Ironically, while the earth signs are not quite giving so much. You're looking, in reality, to have a lot of fun. A lot of you want to enjoy yourself, you know? The Knight of Wands is very carefree, as we know. But for others of you, I sort of sense as if, on one hand, you could be looking for the right person completely, but you're sort of rejecting you could be rejecting the offers you're getting in January. The Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords, I kind of feel as if somebody is talking about you a lot. Page of Swords to me often indicates keeping an eye on things, keeping an eye on people online. If you don't mind, I'm going to clarify this Queen of Cups because court cards can leave me a little bit discombobulated if I don't clarify. So this is Queen of Cups because this is a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Queen of Swords, so there's two. Now I have to clarify that. I sort of get the impression, Sagittarius, as I say, when we go into Aquarius season, you may have too much attention. Could be Scorpio, Aquarius, 3. You may have to choose between more than one person, or yeah, there's some sort of, I feel like you reject somebody. That's what the Four of Cups is kind of telling me. You reject somebody. It could be between an air and a water person. You may also be dealing with somebody who has, you know, if you're dating in the early stages and they're dating someone else, there could be issues. Although I don't know. I feel like it goes in your favor, but I feel more like it's maybe you, some of you. Not everybody. This can't resonate for everyone. It is a general. Some of you may. Yeah, you're the one in the successful point, but you feel bad about it. I think some of you are going between rejecting somebody, and I don't know who it is. I just feel a little bit like you're looking for the one. And the Lovers often represents choices. You're looking for the be all to end all. You may have to make a choice. Could be somebody, and it's almost as if somebody is possibly suffocating you a little bit with attention. You know, it was fun, and then it was too much. So you may have to choose between two of these people, I think. Or your past hurts could be affecting a new relationship. You may still have feelings for an ex. Okay. It could be either way. But I feel like it's you in the victory position, which isn't so bad. But this, you know, temperance can sometimes represent a choice. So I'm going to leave that with you, Sagittarius. It's your kind of call. There is a should I stay or should I go attitude crowning the reading. So it'd be interesting to see what you do. I feel very much as if you have so many things, and it feels more towards the end of the month you're on a real successful route, but I also sense a little bit like you have to say no to something and you maybe don't feel so good about it. As usual, the choice is yours. It's context sensitive. It could be a person, it could be an opportunity. There could be children involved with 2 pages here. In fact, a page here. So there could be a clash between, because the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords, like a mother figure and somebody else. That to me honestly looks a bit love triangle-y, so if it's you, just make sure that you do the right thing. Keep your karma clean. Swords represent karma, so if you do something deceitful, in fact I think we had the Seven of Swords, didn't we? Did we? No, we had it a minute ago. But starting with 2 knights and having 2 queens, I feel like there could be an option to choose. So good luck with your decision, Sagittarius, if you're making one. Bear in mind, if you're feeling a little bit funny towards the beginning of the month, it'll all even out by the end. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.